It was one of those nights where the air seemed charged even before the first whistle, when the fans rose as one, when colors and chants filled the stadium and the tension felt thick. All eyes were on the giants of English football, Manchester City and Liverpool, two clubs with proud histories, two teams with ambitions that stretch up to the sky. This encounter wasn't just another fixture, it was a statement, a chance to seize momentum, to carve a moment in time. And what a moment it became. From the off, Manchester City seemed determined to prove something. They came out of the blocks with a hunger in their eyes you don't always see. So early in the season, Liverpool, by contrast, arrived riding a wave of confidence, sure in their recent victories, but perhaps carrying also the weight of expectation and the whisper that things might finally be clicking. The contrast was stark, a City side saying, "We're back," a Liverpool side saying, "We can be here." But what unfolded was a demonstration of one side's focus and discipline brutally matched with the other's lapse in clarity. In the 29th minute, the breakthrough came. Erling Haaland, towering and unstoppable, rose above the defense to head home across. It was his 99th league goal for City, a number that speaks volumes of his consistency and hunger. What made it even sweeter? He had missed an early penalty. That miss might have rattled a lesser player. Instead, it steeled him. He made amends with a header that thundered in and sent a message loud and clear. City were here to dominate. For Liverpool, the sense of unease began swirling. That off-day feeling started creeping in. The pass that went astray, the fullback position slightly wrong, the forward who didn't get in the right space. They scrabbled, they chased, but the game was slipping. Then, just as the first half was drawing to a close, City struck again. Nico González pinged one from distance. It took a deflection off Virgil van Dijk, wrong-footed the keeper, and before Liverpool knew it, they were 2 down. That goal came at a critical moment. The psychological blow just before the break, the kind that can leave you hollow in the locker room. At the break, you could feel the difference. City came back believing. Liverpool came back wondering if the tide had turned. If City had been confident, they now had swagger. If Liverpool had plans, they now had doubts. The second half brought chances for both, but only one side really owned the moment. And in the 63rd minute, City put the result beyond doubt. Jérémy Doku, one of the younger faces rising through the ranks, picked up the ball outside the box, shifted seamlessly, curled a beauty into the top corner. A goal so clean, so composed, yet electric. The crowd exploded. The bench erupted. Liverpool looked stunned. From there on, it was about control, dominance, rhythm. City weren't just protecting a lead, they were choreographing a masterpiece. The passes flowed, the shape held, the pressing was purposeful. Liverpool tried glimpses of resilience, a corner here, a shot there, a hopeful switch of play. But the engine had stalled. The rhythm that once made them dangerous was lost. City, in contrast, looked sharp, organized, hungry. Emotionally, this was a blow for Liverpool. They had arrived with belief, only to leave with a sense of what could have been. For City, it was a moment of redemption, of announcement. For manager Pep Guardiola, it was his 1,000th game in management. A milestone, no doubt. But he didn't want just a number. He wanted a statement. And to his credit, his players gave him one. He called it an incredible present from them. Looking deeper, beyond the 3 goals, beyond the scoreboard, what stood out was attitude. Manchester City's focus in defense, their ability to smother Liverpool's attack, to deny them rhythm and space. Only 1 shot on target for Liverpool all game, while City had 6. The youngster Doku played like a veteran. Fullback problems looked resolved. The hunger looked back. Liverpool, meanwhile, they hit a road bump. A disallowed goal, one that could have changed the mood, but then roads diverged. The flags went up for offside. Emotions flickered. The game's momentum tipped. After the second goal, you sensed the momentum had shifted irrevocably. They tried, to their credit, especially late on. Corner, entries into the box, waves of attack. But the door had closed. It's a cruel reminder. In football, form is fleeting. Confidence is fragile. 1 half chance missed, 1 goal conceded. and suddenly you're chasing instead of leading. Dot. For City, the implications are huge. Dot. They leap into second place in the league with 22 points from 11 games, closing in on the summit. Dot. For Liverpool, they tumble to 8th on 18 points, an uncomfortable place for a side used to title contention. Dot. But numbers don't tell the whole story. The story is the statement. Dot. This was City saying, "We are back in business." Liverpool must pick themselves up, reassess, refocus. Dot. And for us, the fans, the neutrals, we witnessed one of those nights where football shows its harsh beauty. Dot. The brilliance of a front three in sync, the sting of a defense breached, the tone set early and held firm. A moment where young talent and veteran mastery blended, where the big stage felt earned and elevated. Dot. The scorecard reads, Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0. Dot. Goals, Haaland, 29, González, 45 plus 3, Doku, 63. Venue, the Great Theatre of the Etihad. Dot. Milestone, Pep's 1000th game. Dot. Momentum, City revived. Dot. Confidence, Liverpool shaken. Dot. And for anyone who loves the game, this was one to savor. Dot. So as the lights fade on the pitch and the echo of the crowd lingers, what remains is the memory of a team discovering its roar once more, and an opponent left grappling with the silence of missed opportunities. Dot. This match will be talked about not just for the goals, but for the mood, the message, the moment. Dot. Because football is more than scores. It's emotion, it's story, it's humanity in cleats and boots. Dot. Next time you talk about the rivalry between these two, remember this night. Dot. Remember how City didn't just win, they dominated. Dot. Remember how Liverpool didn't just lose, they drifted. Dot. The gulf of belief, the gulf of form, the gulf of rhythm, all visible here. Dot. And as the season stretches on, this game might prove a turning point for both. Dot. In the end, sports gives you moments, the unexpected, the courageous, the brutal. Dot. This was one of the latter two. Dot. If you were there, you felt it. If you weren't, you watched it. Dot. And now you remember it. Dot. For Soccer Spender, this is the match that makes us believe again, and the loss that reminds us we have to dig deeper. Dot. Because in this sport, there's always another chapter, another chance, another roar waiting in the wings.